Pulling away from Sana'a, Yemen's ancient capital, so drenched in its devotion to Islam, you drive about 30 miles north, past villages steeped in Muslim culture, until you reach a cluster of homes, and you start to hear it. And see it. In the heart of this conservative Islamic country, the Jewish culture is preserved. To hear Hebrew so fluently entrenched in this tiny enclave of Caliph is surprising. So I can see the Hebrew writing. Yes, Hebrew. Yeah, Hebrew. And yet so natural for the few hundred Jews still left in Yemen. Okay. They proudly give me a tour of their Jewish home embedded in a Muslim homeland. So you have about 20 kids in the school. Children at school grow up learning Hebrew as their native tongue. It's been this way for more than 1,500 years. Nurtured by their faith and careful accommodation with their Muslim neighbors, the Jews here have survived.
We live with the Yemenis. Our appearance is the same. Our clothing is the same. We cover up in modest clothing.
It is that respect, even deference to the Muslim majority, that has allowed Jews to remain here. They say they consider themselves Yemeni to the core.
Our relationship with Muslims is very normal. Even during the holidays, Muslims come over to visit, and on Muslim holidays, we visit them.
Side by side, from cradle to grave, Jewish grave sites laid out in peace alongside Muslim ones. For centuries now, Jews here have been able to carve out an existence in the shadow of ancient Muslim villages. They've preserved their way of life, their culture, their language, and of course, their faith. But their survival here now is far from a sure thing. Homeless and living on government handouts, a few dozen Jewish families are huddled in apartments in the capital. Anti-government rebels chased them out of their homes in northern Yemen more than a year ago. For the first time in their history, these families say they were targeted for being Jewish.
They told us there would have been killing. We received a warning from the group's leader saying, "No one can help you. You have to leave."
And the rebel leader was right. The Yemeni government said all it could do was evacuate the Jewish community to keep families safe. They would have massacred you think?
If we hadn't left, they would have slaughtered us.
The Jewish families were easy targets in a complex sectarian battle still underway in Yemen. The Shiite separatist rebels are still involved in pitched battles with government forces. Threatening and attacking the Jewish minority may have been an attempt to embarrass the Yemeni government, which prides itself on protecting the Jewish minority. These Jews say they have little chance now of returning to ancient homes, now destroyed or looted. I wonder if they've given up hope. Do you feel like you want to leave Yemen now, though? The number who do remain here, though, dwindles each year. Many of their relatives left in Operation Magic Carpet in the late 1940s, when nearly 50,000 Yemeni Jews immigrated to a new Jewish homeland, the State of Israel. The Hamdi family remember their son's wedding day. He is among a new generation that's going to Israel, looking for work and study and Jewish spouses.
Of course it upsets us, but there's nothing here that can help us increase our numbers because of immigration to America, London, and Israel. There's nothing we can do now to stop this.
And yet this family says it's convinced there will always be Jews in Yemen.
This is our country. This is our home. There are a few problems now, but we are at home here.
Before Christianity, before Islam, Jews made Yemen their home. Exactly how they got here and how they came to stay is still a bit of a mystery for historians. But The families that now preserve this heritage say they can and will protect it for centuries to come. For Inside the Middle East, from Raida, Yemen.